Happy Monday, everyone. Lions win again, just like we all thought. Another blowout, 34-17, 2 weeks in a row. Same score. Took down a bad Chicago team Thanksgiving, took down a bad Tampa Bay team on Sunday, and of course, everyone wants to say, well, it was a bad team. Tampa's bad on defense. Tampa's can't run the ball or can't do anything on offense. That's all true, but this is also the Lions we're talking about, a team that has historically just shit the bed in the second half of the season. So to be able to come back 2 weeks in a row, blow a team out that they should blow out, and do what they're supposed to do, and not win one game and then have a lapse against Tampa Bay. So it was nice to see. Stafford was on point again. Caldwell this week said that don't expect Stafford to throw 75% every week, but that's 2 weeks in a row with throwing 75%. He was on fire yesterday, and it was a thing of beauty. Could have added another touchdown too. Added to his already gaudy stats. He went 26 of 34, 311, 3 touchdowns, no picks, and 133 quarterback rating, and I think like an 85 QBR. So, and he could have had one more. That deep shot to Calvin, that when he was rolling out to the left, he didn't get a lot on it, but if he would have been able to lead Calvin on that one, that would have been an easy touchdown. So, I mean, it was an all-around good game, but it was kind of one of those games where it was kind of boring for a lot of the games, other than the few touchdowns. The Lions were always in control. There was never a point where you were sitting there like, shit, man, the Lions might not win this game. They're in trouble. Same old Lions. There was really none of that. I mean, there was some dumb in the end of the second quarter. That defense, Sue had the dumb penalty, and then you had the pass interference, and then you have Hedebo getting the pick and running it out and fumbling. I mean, and then you had Jason Jones with the face mask. I mean, that whole drive was like last season all in one drive. It was pretty bad, but you take away that one drive, and Lions took care of business pretty well. We got another tough test with Minnesota this week, but I'll get into that in a second. Offense is alive, everyone. After Arizona and New England, everyone wanted to say that this offense was never going to figure it out. They're horrible. Fire Lombardi, bench Stafford, do all this kind of stuff, and that it just wasn't going to work. And Caldwell just kept saying, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. You can't change it this far into the season. So, hey, he was right. I mean, yeah, it was against two bad teams, but we played bad teams earlier in the season too, and we didn't look this good. So, and this was Stafford's best 2 games that he put together in a row of his career. So who knows? Maybe that Patriots game was the final light that he needed, and this is going to be the Stafford we see. Maybe not 75%, but this Stafford might be the one that we see, for a while, which would be fucking awesome. If that happens, teams need to watch out, because with that defense and if our offense is playing like that, it's gonna be some good fun times here in December and January. But one play that I want to mention, I brought it up a couple times yesterday. I want to make sure that anyone that watches this knows that the biggest play yesterday, in my mind, very easily could have been that play by Stafford where the ball was snapped when he wasn't ready, and he ran out and picked it up and threw it away. It seems like nothing on the stat sheet. It's an incomplete pass. If he would have jumped on that ball, it might have been, a 5-6 yard loss. It might have killed the drive. Maybe he doesn't get to it, and the other team scoops and scores. There could have been many bad things, and he was able to pick it up and throw it out of bounds for a easy incompletion and harmless play, which was great heads-up play by him. And they ended up getting a touchdown on that drive, and it just could have been the complete opposite. It's just one of those plays. There's always 1 or 2 plays in a game that never doesn't show up on a stat sheet. It's not flashy. It's none of that. It's just a great heads-up play, and it was amazing by Stafford. He had another one of those against Atlanta. He had the same thing where he was able to pick it up and throw it away, but this was bigger, because that one was about 10-15 yards. It was against Arizona. That one was about 10-15 yards back, so the defense really didn't have a chance at it. But yesterday, the defense had a chance at it. I mean, it only went maybe 5-6 yards past the line of scrimmage, backwards. I don't know what's going on. It's like 2 years in a row that there's been more than one time where Raiola snapped it and Stafford wasn't ready. So I don't know about that, but all around, like I said, this was a good game. They did what they were supposed to do. They put a ton of points on the board. Stafford got involved. Got everyone involved. Calvin got involved. Hopefully Fourier's okay. I heard he's getting an MRI today. So he was able to come back after the injury, but we'll see what comes of that. But the one thing, Bush didn't play very well, and Riddick didn't see a snap. Now, I don't know why that was. I mean, I get that Riddick is playing the Bush role, but when Bush started becoming ineffective, and unless Riddick was hurt and we don't know about it or he was disciplined or something, he should have been in there to spell Bush, especially when Bush was coming off the field limping a couple times. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he's in the doghouse some reason. If that was just a one-game kind of like secret suspension by suing him but not playing him. I don't know. Hopefully he comes back because he's a big part of the team this year. So hopefully he comes back and does what he was doing the rest of the year. He's been playing pretty well. Next week, like I said, Lions play the Vikings. 6-7 Vikings come to town. Straight off a 30-24 overtime win at home against the Jets. I don't know. I think the Lions should be another blowout. People are saying, oh, Minnesota's tough, and I get it's a division game, but Minnesota is also, they played the Jets, and the Jets are they're bad. Everyone knows how bad they are, and they gave up 24 points to them in the frigid. Can you imagine what Stafford and all them are going to be able to do to that defense? And they have no offensive line, so Bridgewater's not going to have any time to do anything. It should be a repeat of the first game we played them, but probably should be better because the offense is finally clicking. Have obviously a preview video coming up on Friday. The rest of the NFC North, Chicago lost to Dallas, like I said, on Friday. Minnesota, like I said, beat the Jets. And Green Bay's kicking off here in about 20 minutes from the time I'm recording this. And that should be a blowout. So looking up to next week, Green Bay should, like I said, if they win, then they stay the number one in the NFC North at 10-3. The Lions being 9-4, Vikings 6-7, and the Bears are just a train wreck, and they're 5-8. So we got to keep it going. I mean, it's been a great couple weeks. Got another bad team we should be able to beat pretty well. We play Chicago again next week. I think if we win the next two games, it's not guaranteed, but I think if we win the next two games, then we'll clinch a playoff spot, at least a wild card. With the way, because San Francisco's out of it, because they're up to 6 losses, and I don't think a 10-6 team's gonna make it. They're 7-6, and they still got to play Seattle and Arizona, so I don't think they make it. The next closest is Minnesota, and they already have 7 losses, so they're not gonna make it. So it's come down to Arizona and Seattle. One of them two will win the division, and then whoever doesn't obviously is a wild card contender. Green Bay, Detroit, and Philly, Dallas. All 3 of those could be the other way, and so there's 3 spots. Whoever doesn't win the division out of those 3 divisions, obviously, those will be the 2 wild card spots. And if I had to make a guess, put me on the spot, I would say Seattle wins the division, Green Bay wins the division, and Philly wins the division, and then I think Detroit and Dallas get the wild cards. I think Arizona, way Drew Stanton's playing, they won yesterday, but they shouldn't have. Kansas City got the ball inside Arizona territory and was driving when Kelsey had fumbled. I don't think they win another game. They have Seattle, San Francisco, and St. Louis coming up. I don't think they win another game. I don't think Dallas might at 10-6. They might get in, but then again, so will Arizona, and I don't know who gets the tiebreaker there. So I'd have to check on that. One of them 2 is in, one's out, and I think we get the other wild card. And if we get the 5 seed, if we win the next 2 and we go 11-5 or hell 12-4 and get the 2 seed or something, but if we get the 5 seed, then we'll play the winner of the Atlanta and New Orleans, the NFC South, whoever wins that division. So either way, it could be a lose-lose because, I mean, going into either one of those, they both have good home crowds and historically have been playing pretty well at home, just not this year. So we end up playing them in the Superdome or in the Georgia Dome. That might be bad, but still, I'd rather do that than whoever gets the 3 seed, probably Philly. It was a all-around good day yesterday. It would have been nice if Philly could have won to help knock Seattle down a little bit. It would have been nice if Chicago could have beat Dallas, but Hey, Oakland beat San Fran to get them out of the picture, so that's good. Be another fun week on Sunday. We have a pretty easy game compared to the other guys. Green Bay's got Buffalo. They go to Buffalo, I'm pretty sure, this week. Dallas is going to Philly. Seattle, I think their first San Fran game is this week. Their second game. I think this is the one that San Fran goes to Seattle. I could be wrong. Could be next week. But either way, Lions have the easiest game in all of these ones. So hopefully we get another victory. And hopefully, let's pray that the Falcons can beat Green Bay. And we can be back up into one of the top seeds. We'll see. I hope everyone enjoyed the game yesterday. I did a rapid reaction right after the game. I'll link that below. Just know that after every Lions game, I try to get it up as quick as I can. Just a quick recap of the game. I gave my grades out this week. I gave the Lions a B. So that's how I thought the game went. And check that out. Check the blog out. Like us on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. All that kind of stuff. It's all linked below. Check us out. See you guys Friday. Go Lions.